Hello everyone and welcome to the Iron Warrior Cosplay Q&A with me, Iron Warrior Cosplay. And as I always say every single stream, we aren't live until we're live. Hello everyone, how are we all doing? I hope everyone is having a good time in chat and everyone has been talking. This has been fantastic. Thank you again, by the way. I want to say a huge thank you to Heroes of Geek and also again Mr. Titan for the host. Thank you so much. Heroes of Geek for the Prime sub there. Really, really appreciate it, my guy. My guest tonight is a wonderful friend of mine, and we have so much to talk about. Ladies and gentlemen, Crappy Pun Master Cosplays. How are you doing, Ryan, my guy?
I'm doing great. How are you doing today?
I'm freezing cold as always, and I've got old Bessie next to me so I can keep myself nice and warm. Honestly, it's freezing cold in my workshop. How has lockdown been treating you, dude?
Oh, I've been getting more acquainted with my friend Morgan.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Morgan, yeah, is
Captain.
he there? There he is. Nice, good, nice one. I like that. Straight out the bottle, my guy.
Let's go.
This. Absolutely, let's go. Obviously, I've just got my squash. I like my squash. I don't mind staying sober. I don't mind my guests getting absolutely plastered. If anything, I can get more out of you that way.
I should have brought more of the straight stuff then.
Oh, absolutely. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I will do a drinking stream at some point, and I think it'll be super fun. Just a chill out drinking stream. I think that'd be really cool. Might have to do like a pub logo for this instead. Just do like an Iron Warrior cosplay bar. Speaking of pubs and bars, you actually live in a pub in East London, don't you?
I do, actually. Yep, it's called the Black Lion in Glasgow, or East London, if you want to get more specific.
Yeah.
Or general idea, you know. It's actually about 20 minutes from the Excel, actually, which is the host of MCM London.
Lucky bastard. So lucky. By the way, I haven't mentioned this to you, but you are absolutely allowed to effing and blinding on this stream because we are an 18+ stream, so it is perfectly safe. You're allowed to swear. We have had a hydrate. Matt, thank you so much for the hydrate. Hail hydrate. Hail hydrate. My chat.
Hail Hydrate.
Now that my chat know that you're semi-drinking, they might hail hydrate a bit more. But obviously, don't panic. This isn't a drinking stream. Twitch is rules and regs.
Well,
Obviously,
it could be.
You know,
guys.
Twitch's rules and regulations. Obviously, this isn't a drinking stream. We're not using hail hydrate to get drunk because I'm not drunk and I'm not drinking alcohol. I'm drinking squash. And for all I know, you're drinking cola. Exactly, you're drinking cola out of a large glass bottle, so it's totally fine. Exactly. Anyway. So, we have a bunch of questions on the old Ghostbusters clipboard. This is a clipboard I use when I'm emceeing different events. This is the clipboard I use. We have a bunch of questions for you, so I thought we could get started. But also, I'd like to say, that is a very nice collection of props and stuff you have behind you on the stream. This is looking damn fine. We can get to those in a bit. I can't wait to see those. One of them as well is, actually no, two of them I think are stuff that you've commissioned from yours truly. If I'm right in saying.
Well, you won't be able to see the other one that I commissioned from you, but this one right here, definitely your handwork.
The big boy, I love it. Right, let's get started. So, right, let's just start off with a question one for you. How long have you been cosplaying now?
Officially, I've been cosplaying since about 2017, 2018, so about 4 years now.
Oh, so you're still quite new to it then. I thought you honestly from what I've seen online and from since we've been friends from because I met you. Where did I first meet you? Because I think it was an MCM. I remember one time.
It was MCM 2018. It was when I first wore Buzz Lightyear.
When you wore Buzz Lightyear for the first time, and I was genuinely blown away by the fact that you walked up to me and said, "Could you sign this for me?"
Oh yeah, the autograph book.
The autograph book, dude.
Yeah, it was something new I was trying to do. Basically, I was going to go around meeting cosplayers and get them to sign my book. Just basically like a little nice felt message, like a little signature. Spread a little bit of the love, essentially.
It was, honestly, you have no idea how much that meant to me. It was really nice. Just seeing all the other signatures you'd got as well. And I was like, this is the coolest thing. Honestly, it was absolutely fantastic to see. Especially the fact you were going around asking everyone at MCM, all the cosplays that you know and stuff. That was absolutely wonderful. But I never knew, that's how... I thought you'd been cosplaying, me guessing, I would say about 9 years. I would have put at. If you had said, how long do you think I've been cosplaying? Guess.
Well, officially, I've been cosplaying about 4 or 5 years now.
Yeah.
But the first cosplay I ever technically worn, if you want to call it a cosplay, was a really, really lightweight, really crappy made Marcus Phoenix cosplay, where there was basically no armor. It was a bright yellow Lancer, the taxi one from Judgment.
I remember.
And basically just a black shirt, jeans, and a bandana. It was very bad. Very few people recognized me. But the first picture I ever got as a cosplayer would be me as Marcus Phoenix, Master Chef, which is Master Chief and mixed with Master Chef.
That's so great.
And some elf rogue, I believe, from D&D, basically in a squaring off competition with guns, spatulas, and a bow. So we're just
out of all the randomness in the world, that is the best.
Yeah, we didn't even actually get into the con at that point. We were just fresh out the line. No, we were still in the line actually, and just the three of us were like, "All right, let's have a standoff."
That's so great.
Never actually found out who they were at that point.
No way.
I know, because it was my first time and I never really knew about cosplay and stuff. But if I ever do see him again, I hope we can recreate that with better armor.
Oh, absolutely, and you're probably definitely going to get their social medias as well, so you can actually stay in touch.
Oh God, I hope so.
Your links, by the way, are being posted in the chat. Thanks to my lovely moderators. My moderators are posting your links. If you want to follow the Crappy Pun Master Cosplays, he is on Facebook and Instagram. The wonderful man himself. If you want to go check out his amazing cosplays on there, including the Buzz Lightyear that he just mentioned, which is an absolutely fantastic one. Speaking of Buzz Lightyear, though, because this is quite an interesting one, is the pictures of you that came up from MCM of you as Buzz Lightyear, but an alternate version of Buzz Lightyear called Mrs. Nesbit, where you full on you aproned up and took the arm off, and you had a separate arm. How did you?
Yeah.
How did that just come about? How did you just decide I'm gonna go full on and be Mrs. Nesbit?
Right, so basically, I thought for fun, I'd basically have like I had a like. Don't ask me why I had a spare pink little girl's apron, but I did. I just did, okay. And I thought, you know what, this will be funny for like a jokey cosplay for a serious armor build. And the previous con I was at, everyone's like, "Where is Mrs. Nesbit?" And I'm like, "I'll show you. I'll show you." So basically, as soon as I could, I went down to this stationery store in Westfield, I believe it's called. I can't quite tell you the name of the stationery store, but they have like these art supplies. And for these art supplies,
Oh my
they
God.
also sold these hands.
Look at.
And so basically, I just shoved this in the arm bit. I had to make like a little
Yeah, to sort of hold it in. Yeah, yeah.
to hold it in. And so basically, I could just basically like throw my hand anywhere.
I love that.
I don't know where the hand's gone, but
It's behind you somewhere.
Basically, I could just throw the arm down and just be like have my arm in like the other one. I'd be like they just use my own arm as a prop essentially. And there's
Nice.
loads of pictures of me around social media with people holding my severed arm, and I'm just like,
That is, I'm honest. Oh yeah, yeah. Years of academy training wasted. I also like the one Pigthorn did was, "Do you see the hat? I am Mrs. Nesbit."
but if this, I'll do you a favor, right? If this stream like goes really well, I will go bring Mrs. Nesbit back for the full con. I'll have a hat as well this time.
Do it.
I'll
Please
even
do
have
it.
like a little fake like flower on the chest as well. You know, we'll go to full 9 yards.
Go
We'll
the
make
full hog.
go to full hog. You know,
That would be. Oh man, that would be.
sipping
insane.
down that Darjeeling or whatever the tea was. I can't quite pronounce it.
Oh, I know. Neither can I. I don't remember the T. I remember a bunch of the lines, but I don't remember the T. But I love that. Yeah, and of course this stream's gonna go well. I mean, just look at all the wonderful people.
So you
who
got
have
nothing
seen
to
it.
worry about.
There's
If you
wonderful
guys wanna
people in
see
the
it,
chat who've come to see you. This is gonna be wonderful. I love it.
that's gonna be great.
Well, considering that you've been cosplaying now, you said officially for like 4 years.
4 or 5 years. Give or take,
Would you
yeah.
say cosplay is something you see yourself doing in 10 years' time? So you'd be cosplaying, what, 14 years?
Honestly, I would love to say I would, because there's so many like good people in the cosplay community that I wouldn't have met if I weren't cosplaying. And there's so many like wonderful memories I've made as a cosplayer. So I don't think I'll be stopping anytime soon. Or at least I hope to be doing this until I'm old and grey, or
Honestly,
old at this point because I am actually going grey.
we're all going great. Don't even. Ranger of Krieg. Ranger of Krieg. Hail Hydrate. Hail
Hydrate.
But we have, let's see, Matt has just asked, can I come to the tea party?
Yes,
I'm
yes, you can.
sure there's a bunch of us. Your spotter
You know,
is telling you to hydrate.
get-
Yeah, I love
You know,
that.
I'll get a load of pink aprons. We can all like sit down like a really tiny table with some like a plastic tea set. It'll be a fun time. It'll be a
You know
fun
what,
time.
right? You know what? Next MCM, if you're going to MCM London and I'm
I
there
always am.
and I'm in the Iron Warrior, I swear down to you, if we don't arrange, like, I will get a pink apron made for the Iron Warrior. And it'll be pink and fluffy. It'll be the full size one for the Iron Warrior, or maybe even just a tiny kids one like you've done. Just get a tiny kids one like that. But I'm
Yeah.
gonna get like Iron Warrior cosplay embroidered on it with like a machine, like you know the machine that
Honestly,
writes
do
all
it.
the. That would be
Let's do
insane.
this.
And we can have like teacup. I could have my power fist holding the teacup. Like we could
a
blue
little
tack the
dink.
cup
Yeah.
to the fingers and just hold it. That would be hilarious. Honest to God, that would be hilarious. Honestly, people are saying do it. People say do it.
Do it.
Shrivel, evening, brother, evening. Oh, this is lovely. Everyone's coming to see. This is fantastic. Now, when it comes to prop building and stuff, you yourself, as you said while we were chatting before the stream, and obviously I know myself, is you do modify a few of your cosplays and stuff, but you commission a lot as well.
Yeah, I don't usually modify it unless I necessarily have to.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, of
it's
course.
basically like visual improvements or like holding and stuff. But overall, I mostly commission. I do believe that commissioning is admittedly a little bit frowned upon, but I feel like it shouldn't be as taboo as it should be
You see,
because
I'm completely. Obviously, I know I'm kind of, what you call it, like, I'm someone who does commissions, so you could say like,
yeah,
oh, he's only saying this because he does commissions. The only thing I see. The only thing I see wrong with the whole commission side of things is when people commission something and then they themselves use it in a competition or something and claim it as their
oh
own.
yeah, yeah,
That's the only thing I see wrong. Commissions in
yeah.
general, I see nothing wrong with commissions at all. Commissions, from what I've seen now, are getting more and more frequent. People are commissioning props, commissioning. I mean, don't get me wrong. I commissioned for an actual mold to be made from my friend Warp Raven Cosplays, so that I could make my own Iron Warrior purity seals. But then I say
Yeah.
make my own. All I do is I cast them and paint them. She did all the work and making the mold and making the master copy of it and then making it for me. So and as I say, every time I commission something from someone, even if it's something like just a purity seal casting or something, I will make sure that people know about it
Oh
because
yeah.
the recognition that goes so far. I hope that from me telling people that Warp Raven Cosplay made these for me, that she'll get more work. That's what I'm hoping. That's what I want from that. And the fact that I've seen you post your stuff, almost every single post you've put, when you're holding something that I've made you, you've always tagged me or you've mentioned me. And that means so much to someone who's like, taking the time to build it. Yeah, of course, you paid me to build it for you. That's a different story. But it's still
Sorry.
nice enough for you to be like, oh, by the way, this was made by this guy. Which is
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
and that genuinely means a lot. So, a lot of people say it's like it's frowned upon and stuff like that, and it's just I get where you're coming from because a lot of people I know have been like, oh no, I don't commission stuff. I'll never commission stuff. I build it all myself. But there's nothing wrong with commissioning stuff. I don't think so anyway.
Yeah, there's absolutely nothing wrong with commissioning, especially like if you're new in the cosplay community and you buy cosplay, like when it's like a bodysuit, or it could be like you want to do something specific and you don't know who to turn to, and so you put up that post. Like, there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. I feel like there is definitely a bit of a taboo there, like, and if you don't use it for like a competition, which I never really do, there's absolutely nothing wrong with it because I'd say about 90 to 100% of my cosplay stuff is all basically commissions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the thing is, if I asked you, who made that or who made that, you'd be like, oh, it was made by this person. You wouldn't be like, oh, I'm not going to tell you. You wouldn't be like,
Oh yeah, no,
like,
no.
you would shout that person out, which is what's fine. That's perfectly fine. But the amount of people who, like, for example, my Proton Pack, people ask me like, oh wow, you built this? I'm like, no, it was made by a guy called Ben of Kent Props from Kent. You can find him on Facebook. All I did was add some weathering to it, and that was just a dry brush and some silver paint, and that was it.
Though the only time I ever did slightly fib about something was when I was actually wearing Buzz. I was at London, the Fox. If you guys know the Fox,
Everyone knows the Fox.
If you know the Fox, you know the Fox. Basically, at this point in the night, I was pretty hammered, and this girl dressed as like female Carnage asked me if I made Buzz, and me thinking, oh, she's not gonna know who I am. I'm like, yeah, I made it, yeah, just to try, as a way to try and impress her.
I got you. I got you.
I never got a number, I never got a name, but it definitely impressed her. So if you use it to impress girls, then it's absolutely fine.
I love that. I love that. We've had. I love this one. Oh wait, where are we? There we go. Tiny Teacup, massive power fist. Commissioning supports creators from Pinkthorn. Exactly. It actually does. Casual props. To be honest, I've never seen it as a taboo and never seen anyone be toxic about people having their stuff commissioned. But there we go. There you go. About people having their stuff commissioned. But I've heard a lot about people saying, "Oh, I'm not talented. I didn't make this." Yeah, I get where you're coming from there. Barry the Cactus. Hail Hydrate, my guy.
Hail Hydrate.
I love that. I like that. Label in. What a guy. What a guy. That's the way to do it. Label in. I like that.
Hell yeah.
Match said the other thing is time. Some folks are genuinely too busy to commit hours to make, but they have the pennies. Yeah, exactly. I mean, there's a few people I know who are like, I literally have so much work to do, but I have this weekend off to do like events and stuff or whatever, or I can book this weekend off. I'll commission someone to make me something so I can wear it at this event and go and have fun. And again, that's perfectly fine as long as they're open about the fact that it was commissioned and whoever made it, unless they're hitting on a girl, like
Unwritten rule, but
it's your own little custom rule. I like it. Out of all the cosplays you've got, the mass amount of cosplays you've got, which one's your favorite?
Oh, no.
See, I'm not gonna lie. I was looking forward to asking you this one because this man here, while you think this man here, he wants to make like a list of 20 different cosplays. So he'll have 20 cosplays that he's commissioned from people, right? And what he's going to do then is there's an event coming up. And what he wants to do is get a D20 and roll, and whatever it lands on, that's the cosplay he chooses. That is genius. That is absolutely genius.
That is actually very true. So you guys aren't making sure that he's bullshitting. I've got basically a written book here, which is full of all like different entries, logs, and everything, which has the... Where the hell is it? Should have prepared this earlier, but it's... You won't be able to see, but like I've got like all the ones written down so far. So
that's
basically
great. So you're just going to roll off for it?
Roll off for it, yeah. And well, it's technically 19 cosplays, with the Nat 20 being cosplayer's choice. So roll the 20s.
Roll the 20s. I like that. I really like that. So
right,
back to that difficult question.
God. Out of all the ones I've done so far, which will be the easiest way to narrow it down, I'll be honest, would absolutely have to be Buzz Lightyear, hands down.
Is it Buzz Lightyear? You've shocked me. Do you know what I thought? Do you know what I had an inkling in the back of my head it was going to be? I thought it was going to be one of your Gears of War cosplays. Because you've got a Dom and
Dizzy.
You've got Dom and Dizzy as well. So I was kind of thinking it might be... Because your Dizzy one is great. I remember seeing that. That was absolutely...
Like, don't get me wrong, I love my Gears of War armor and my Gears of War squad. Shout out to Harrison Strength, Multiple Jacks, and Sims on Instagram. Hopefully I've said that right.
Yeah, absolute legends.
I absolutely love my squad. They've like gotten me through so much. And the Dom armor is incredibly easy and comfortable to wear, surprisingly, because I normally suffer in cosplay. But the reason I chose Buzz is for the sole reason that, pardon me, was that the sole reason that was at last London Comic Con, which was the last one. I was strolling around solo as Buzz, and this photographer wanted to get a few shots as I'm walking down the thing. So I'm like, yeah, all right. So I get my gun up on my shoulder, do the pose, the little wink, and I feel someone grabbing me round the waist. And it freaked me out for a second until I looked down, right? And there was this little black kid hugging the ever-living crap out of my waist.
Oh,
and I'm so taken back that but I just start to do a little embrace as well.
Oh my god, dude, that's
and
so
I
wholesome.
kind of and I forgot about the photographer taking the picture because his mum was like just in awe of it, and basically it's I've got a screenshot of it somewhere, but it's just so nice just to see like a kid come up to you without fear of being like an intimidating guy and just hug you because you're one of their favorite characters.
Oh man alive. That is the most wholesome thing. We get so many wholesome stories on this stream. I love it.
I know, but that's the sole reason why Buzz is one of my favorites, because even though he's like, if it weren't for Toy Story 4 or the new movie coming out from Disney, I would still love Buzz because everyone has nostalgia for Toy Story,
I like that.
Yeah.
That's so wholesome. Holy crap. Most of the time kids run away from the Iron Warrior crying.
I mean, If you do a bit of a paint job, then
Yeah,
make
just
it
like
less intimidating. Bright pink, let's go.
make
Bright
make
pink
make,
Iron Warrior.
make it look a bit more wholesome. Make just like a big smiley face on there. I would make it more terrifying. I would make it more terrifying. If I had a big grin
Yeah, it
on
would
here,
be.
that'd be more terrifying.
Just like a little grin, like a wide grin at the lower thing would make it terrifying.
So
Yeah.
scary than it is now. I want to ask you two questions. Right, there are two. This is a dual question, obviously. But you do not in any way have to actually say numbers. That's not something I want you to have to worry about. If you don't want to say the numbers, you don't
27.
have to.
Let's go.
27, 42. But what is your most expensive cosplay to date? You don't have to mention numbers if you don't want to. But if you're like, oh yeah, sure, this cosplay and it cost me this much, that's up to you. But if you
Hold
rather
on.
not say numbers, you don't have to. Like, I don't want you
I'm
to.
gonna, I'm
like,
gonna, I'm gonna indulge you. Let me just
Go
get
on.
out my book real quick because
on.
I have everything written down.
Oh my god,
Okay.
the fact you keep it all like it logged, that's just. I
Yeah,
love
I've got
that.
it all logged. Don't worry, man.
That's
I've got it all logged.
legendary. That's legendary.
Okay, so. Damn it.
I have a feeling I know what it is, but I'm not gonna say it until you say it.
Okay, so I'm gonna break it down into like two categories.
Okay,
right?
go on.
So there's gonna be two, all right? Just so you don't feel the
Interesting.
cheap. The most expensive cosplay in regards to customs, being handmade, multiple people on the project, sewing, essential things, and all that stuff, would have to be Subject Delta in the back and the drill here.
Subject Delta is one of the ones I thought it was going to be, but then you've got
Subject
another
Delta.
one.
It's not quite as expensive, but it's still something that is incredibly expensive. But to answer the first question, to find out, you guys wanted to know how much Subject Delta was in total.
Oof.
In total,
This is gonna hurt.
1,750.86 pence. But again, you got to remember it was an ongoing project for about 2-3 years, so it didn't cost that much in the beginning. It just built up. It immediately all adds up.
That is madness.
But it will be something I will be wearing to a con and get the most out of. Because
Absolutely.
look at it.
Do you are you able to go grab the headpiece, or is the headpiece too heavy, or do you want to do a bit of a show and tell if you have the room?
Is it too heavy? Come, like, do you know me at all? Come on. Do you know me at all?
I have no idea how heavy that helmet is. That is a lot. That is a chunk of money. I will say that is a chunk of money. Oh, look at that! Look at it! Huh.
Right, so basically, I can't wear the headset and the helmet
that's
at
fine.
the same
That's
time.
fine. Look at how
But-
awesome it is!
Also, it lights up.
Oh, dude, that is insane.
And let me just turn it around for you. With the health and Evo right there.
Oh my god, that
Which
is
you can see.
madness. Yeah, that is literally,
With
trust
a
me,
little
that is
tiny
like,
light switch
that
right
is
there.
blinding. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh man alive, I'm not gonna lie. Subject
I
Delta.
don't know how to... the funny thing is, I don't know how to see out of it while the lights are on, so I'm going to have to turn the lights on for photos and then turn it off for walking purposes.
I got you. I got you. That's...
No, I got to take off the headset real quick. To
Yeah,
put
take
the-
your time.
put it
Take your
back.
time,
2
dude.
seconds.
Take your time. Hello, Merlin. Welcome to anyone who's just joined us. We will be hydrating in a moment. That Subject Delta cosplay is amazing.
And I'm back.
Genuinely, I've just been saying that Subject Delta cosplay is amazing. That is very cool. And also, just sort of little blowing my trumpet, little bit like that. That is an impressive drill you've got behind you there, my guy. That is.
Oh, what? This drill?
This fancy ass drill. By the way, I really hope you liked the newspaper that came with the drill.
Oh yeah, absolutely loved it. Honestly,
It was to make sure that it was literally to make sure that the cone didn't get crushed in transport. So it was to make sure it was out like that. Look at that drill. I'm not gonna lie, I'm blowing my own trumpet a little bit here, but it's a Subject Delta drill, and it's got like battle damage and stuff on it, and it's all weathered and stuff, and the drill that will pierce the heavens, exactly.
Exactly. Gurren Lagann, guys, if you haven't seen the anime, do watch it.
It's amazing.
PSV Heavens.
PSV Heavens, it's awesome. Oh, dude, that is insane. That is
Also, just so you guys know, I haven't actually like destroyed it or anything. It's still alive, still kicking.
I'm not gonna lie, the packaging I sent you to is quite good, but I love the picture that you sent me when it was done, and it was just you in the kitchen with like the stainless steel countertop, just holding it with the.
Yeah, it was like the first part of Subject Delta, so it made me feel more confident about doing Subject Delta because,
Hell yeah.
like, even though it was like lightweight, it's still intimidating.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, I painted it up to try to make it look as rusty and as metal. Basically, I tried to copy the one from the game as best I can. Back when I built that drill, my knowledge of cosplay was still quite new because I'd only just started to get into prop making, like commission-wise. I'd only just gotten my laser as well. I remember the files for that. I still have the cone shape for it. I still have the file for the cone shape and everything. And I do love that drill. When I was posting it off to you, I was kind of like, oh man, I want to send this off. I don't want to send this off.
I mean, this is still gonna be here for you if you ever want it back, but it's gonna cost you a lot of money.
I like that. I like that. We have had, by the way, while we were showing Subject Delta and showing the drill, we have had a Hail Hydrate. So Hail Hydrate, my dude.
Hail Hydrate.
Absolutely loving it. So. Yeah, absolutely. By the way, if you guys in the chat have any questions for the wonderful Crappy Punmaster Cosplays, please let me know. Right, moving on to the second part of that question, of this two-part question, is what is the cheapest cosplay that you have sorted out so far? What is the bottom of the pile, the dirt cheapest? Doesn't have to it doesn't mean it's bad, but like what is the cheapest cosplay you have ever done?
I'd just have to say the cheapest cosplay I've ever done, excluding the first Marcus Phoenix.
Oh, the Marcus, yeah.
I'm excluding the first Marcus Phoenix. Would have to be Wario.
Wario.
The sole reason I did Wario, sorry, I didn't say Mario. Wario.
I like that.
Say that. Try saying that 5 times. It'll get you. Basically, the whole reason I got Wario was a friend treated me to some like cheap cosplay bits, and I was like, you know what, I need it for a cosplay interview, which I did for Ash Entertainment, I believe.
Oh, I remember you saying, yeah.
Yeah. So basically, I got like a Wario baseball cap, a white compression shirt, crushed velvet purple trousers and purple suspenders.
Crushed velvet, yes.
Yeah, there was literally no purple overalls on Amazon or on eBay at the time. So I was like, suspenders and purple crushed velvet will do.
That is, I love that.
And that all around came up to about 60 quid. And I made my own little like twirly mustache as well, which is somewhere in my room if I can find it. Yeah, I see it right now.
We have had another Hail Hydrate. Hydrate.
Give me 2 secs, I'm going to find the mustache. It's just a...
The search for the mustache. Tune in next time to the iWarrior Cosplay Q&A. Will Ryan find his mustache? I love that.
What was that?
Look at it!
And as you said, Hail Hydrate.
Oh yes, please Hail Hydrate as Wario. Do me a favor. Just keep that on as long as it stays on. If it falls off, that's fine. But honestly, he's got the Wario hat. Honestly, just keep that on for the whole stream. I don't mind. Just keep that on for the whole stream. I want people to join and just be like, what the hell is happening here?
It'll be fine. I mean, I could quickly change into the compression yellow shirt if you want.
I love that. No, it's entirely up to you. That's entirely up to you.
Up to you guys in the chat.
Yeah, do you know what? We'll do the next question, and let's get a poll going in chat. Let's get a poll going. My mod will do Harry. We'll get Harry, Ranger of Creek cosplay. If you want to do a poll for us, so we can see what the chat wants and get and see if we can get Crappy Pun Master all cosplayed up as we go. So we'll wait for the poll to happen, and we'll see what happens there. So for my next question, though. That's something I really want to ask you is, where did you get your cosplay name?
Okay, that is
Crappy
a
Pun Master Cosplays. What is the story behind that?
okay. So basically, back in the day on Xbox, I had a few close friends, which I'll say their username because they're not going to be watching this. There was Agent Washington, Slayer 069, I believe, and Agent Alaska. And basically, we were doing a playthrough of Dead Island, just for fun, right?
Yeah.
And and with all and with all the creative weapons that you get in Dead Island, I came across this electric bow staff, I believe. I just kept on making electric puns, and they were like, "If you don't stop, we're gonna fucking shoot you." I'm like, "That is a shocking development." Like, this has gotten you very amped up. At which point they shot me repeatedly and left me for a couple of zombies to be feasted on.
Oh no.
But I had it coming. And they're like, "You're such a crappy pun master. Fucking hell." I'm like, that kind of fits.
That
Thanks,
name works.
guys.
That
That
name
can-
works.
And admittedly, I used it for my cosplay page because I didn't think I'd get this successful. And it's kind of funny seeing everyone's like, "It's crappy pun master cosplays." I'm like, I should have chosen a better name.
Here we go. We've got the poll going currently. If you guys want to go vote for either Wario or no Wario, so you see if he gets dressed up as Wario or if he doesn't get dressed up as Wario. Let's have a look and see what happens. Make sure you jump into the poll there and give that a vote. Just click on what section you want and then click vote. If you had to pick then your favorite convention, what would your favorite convention be?
Oh,
Because you've been to a few, haven't you? If I'm right in saying.
I've been to a select few. I'll be honest. Admittedly, 2020 was the year originally. I was going to expand out and do more conventions, and we all know how that turned out, unfortunately. Rona.
Amen.
But I'd say hands down it would have to be London because I met a lot of my friends at London. I met a lot of good friends. I had a lot of great memories. I've definitely gone a bit blasted on a couple of nights out at London, especially at the Fox. Custom House as well, guys. But yeah, I'd have to say London's hands down my favorite con because it's the biggest. It's within a bus distance of my house, and I can just meet a load of people and have fun with being the crappy pun master instead of being Ryan.
Ryan, the crappy pun master. By the way, the poll has finished, and 83% of the chat want Wario.
Oh, okay, that is a
So
lot.
let's get Wario going. I will keep chat
Okay.
entertained. This is going to be hilarious. I love this. Thank you so much, guys, for anyone who voted. For everyone who voted, thank you so much. If you guys haven't yet, please follow the Crappy Pun Master on Instagram and Facebook. I love that, Ranger of Krieg. I love democracy. Matt says, I have memories at the Fox. Did you really go to the Fox? Honestly, I've been to the Fox and Ryan's been to the Fox. I don't go to the Fox. I didn't go to the Fox as much as the most other people went to the Fox. I tend to go back to the hotel because being in the Space Marine all day really knackers you out. Except at Sci-Fi Weekender, where we tend to just stay in the Space Marine, keep getting drunk, and then just go to the dance floor. That's usually how it works. It's just much easier that way. But yeah, there are 20 of you here currently. Thank you so much and welcome. If you are not already a follower of the Twitch even, please give me a follow. That would be absolutely fantastic. Also, if you haven't already, follow the Discord. If you're in the Discord and you are a subscriber, link your Discord and your Twitch together, you will be able to get access to the private subscriber-only chat section of my Discord. Thank you so much to my moderators for throwing up the link there for me. If you guys want the link yourselves, !Discord and !Social for all my links and stuff like that. I absolutely love that. Oh my god, look. I see the braces. Wah! I love it. Look at that.
Oh god.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the fantastic Wario. Is the answer to every question just going to be a series of wah, 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 wah?
I mean, it could be if you wanted to be, big boy.
Please don't be. I really want actual answers. That would be fantastic. Oh, this is fantastic. What is the mustache held on with?
It's kind of like a thin metal, kind of like jewelry material, I think.
Interesting. Do you want to? Would you move your microphone a little bit closer to your face? Your mic.
Sorry.
There you go. Your mic was dipping.
So just want to have a quick look there. See, it's like blue metal there behind a very poorly done mustache.
So what do you? Wait, do you put that in your nose?
Yeah, like.
That is crazy. I love that. The secret behind Wario's mustache, ladies and gentlemen. Right, back to the questions, Mr. Wario. We've asked you what your favourite convention is, but also what is your favourite part of cosplay when you go to said favourite convention. You go, obviously, the cosplay itself, I understand this. Cosplay is the thing. But what is your favourite part of cosplay as a whole? Also, we have a hydrate. Thank you, Mr. Titan.
Oh, they'll hydrate.
Again, the fact that you're Wario drinking on stream is hilarious. I absolutely love it. Right, anyway, sorry. Favorite part of cosplay when you go to said event?
Honestly, I'd say it's meeting new people with the same hobbies and stuff. You know, because you can strike a conversation as ridiculous as you look, and people will be like, "Yeah, that's a fair point." Yeah. Honestly, I like to like. I know it sounds a bit vain. I'll be honest, but
no,
I like
dude, you're allowed to be. This is your stream, my dude. Come on.
No. Like whenever I'm at con and I'm like Buzz Lightyear or I do like a really recognizable cosplay, I like being. Everyone's like, "Oh my god, can we get a picture?" I'm like, "Yes, you can, children. Yes, you can."
Gather
I'm
round.
the second celebrity Jeebus. I am the second coming of Buzz Lightyear. And like I know it sounds vain, but I'm like I like a little bit of attention. I'm a bit of a
dude. We wouldn't be cosplaying if we didn't like. If you don't like attention, you genuinely shouldn't cosplay. Because like if you're gonna cosplay something, people are gonna notice like what you are or like what you're dressed as, and people are gonna want to talk to you. So if you're like completely antisocial, best thing is to do is just go plain clothes.
Yeah, but I mean like cosplay as a whole has just given me more confidence because I like armor builds and I like in general, I come off as a bit intimidating and like very.
Serious. You're a barman,
very
though,
serious.
aren't you? You're a barman.
I am, yeah.
So
yeah.
you kind of, get on my gaff.
Get out my gaff.
Get out my pub. No. Oh, Casual Props has said, so that mustache is like a clip-on piercing.
Exactly. That's where I got the idea from, actually.
I like. But yeah, so you're quite intimidating. You say like when you're not dressed as Wario or Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah, because I mean, I'm about 6 foot, broad shoulders. I try to come across as friendly, but admittedly, you wouldn't want to see me in the middle of the night unless I was dressed like Wario or Buzz Lightyear. You know.
I got you.
So as like those characters, I can socialize a lot easier because people aren't like as intimidated.
I like that. Well, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know anyone who would be intimidated by Buzz Lightyear unless, you know, it was another member of Star Command who's a lower rank or something. You know. I like that. This is obviously a two-parter. I've asked you your favorite part of cosplay, but then there's the other side of the coin, which is what is your least favorite part of cosplay? There's always good and bad. There's always, yin and yang. There's always,
I guess I hate. God, I kind of hate to say it, but I kind of hate the gatekeepers, essentially.
I feel you.
A bit of elitists, you know. Because like when I did my first cosplay, Marcus Phoenix. I keep doing it like that. But,
I think the Marcus Phoenix. I like
the Marcus Phoenix, right?
The Marcus Phoenix.
Basically, when I first did him, I got this was before I had like social media for like my crappy Fun Master stuff. So I got feedback from people who like thought like, where's the armor? Why isn't the gun painted? Blah blah blah. And like, it merely did put me off of cosplay a bit. But I'm back and stronger than ever. I'm like, I've got armor now.
Yeah, it literally you have to you have to start off seriously. Someone clip that. Someone clip that. It's like you have to start off somewhere. And
Yeah, absolutely.
like I've always said, my first ever cosplay was me as a steampunk, and that's all it was a pair of really nice, like, work trousers, like business trousers, with like a nice seam down
Yeah.
the middle, and a brown belt, a waistcoat, a white shirt, a cravat. My hair was like I gelled my hair and like waxed it to one side, and it looked dapper. And I had a pair of these like palm snares that would clip onto my nose, and they were these big round black glasses. And I had this a walking cane with a brass knob on it, and I sort of a pocket watch with a chain and stuff. And that was I literally, if I wasn't at Comic-Con, it would just look like some dapper guy who's clearly overly dressed for walking around Cardiff during the
Like
day.
a bit eccentric, but yeah, I get you.
Wario channel emoji when. We'll see. But it's honestly, it's you have to start somewhere.
Yeah, exactly.
And now look at you. Subject Delta, the Gatling gun behind you, by the way. We're going to be talking about that soon, and I
absolutely.
cannot wait to get to that. I'll literally probably just ask you, so the Gatling gun, my guy. But yeah, you have to start somewhere. And I as you said, gatekeepers, people who won't share secrets. And they shouldn't be secrets, though. It's like, oh, I made this. It's like, oh, cool. How did you make that? It's like, oh, I don't tell people. It's like,
Yeah, especially
why
when
not?
people are like, "Oh, you can find out on my Patreon," and it's like, understand some why there's the option for that.
I
But
understand.
there shouldn't be a paywall to figure out how to do one specific thing.
Yeah. Now, if you were asking them, like, from start to finish, how did you do this? If they were like, oh, on my Patreon, if you pay like a one-off thing, I've got an entire PDF that I've worked really hard at and put together for an entire step-by-step on how to make this one cosplay, fair enough. But if you want to know how to make like one piece that was on their cosplay, how did you make that? I mean, you know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
again, it's different for everyone. It changes. It depends who you are. Everyone has different opinions on it. But again. Like, if someone's asking you how you made one specific thing, I'm more than happy to tell them, like, how I did something.
Yeah.
Like, and even if I didn't make that said thing, I like to tell them where I got it or who made it or how, like, or where did I find it, that kind of thing. So I can tell them and they can find their own and then carry on and make it like that.
Yeah, exactly. Like if I didn't make it anything like most of my stuff, I'd be like, "Oh, I know the guy who made it. I can like link you to his like social media and you can ask him about it." Like, like if I haven't got the answers, I can happily help you towards the end goal, essentially.
Fantastic. That's literally if everybody had that same kind of, if everyone had that same kind of, vision, or if everyone saw it the same way, I think cosplay wouldn't be as. I mean, cosplay isn't as toxic as a lot of people say it is, but it can be.
Yeah.
There's always that crappy side to anything. There's always, whatever fandom you're in, there's gonna be a negative side to it. There's always a bad side to everything. I don't think there's a single sort of cosplay group or anywhere at an actual convention where there isn't going to be someone who's going to be a bit of a dick.
There's always going to be some kind of version of an asshole, dick, c-word, cunt. There's always going to be someone, admittedly, but the best we can do as a community is to try and force out a positive message and welcome everyone with open arms.
Absolutely. And also, Pinkthorn says, I live in constant fear of running into the toxic side. You don't have to worry, because you have everyone else, like all your friends, to back you up. So if anyone is like, hey, that's shit, you could just be like, well, my friends don't think so. And then we could just be like, sup, like, sup. And there's like an army of people behind you, like, sup. And then Wario just Oh, I love it.
Wario for American President 2020.
Yeah, 2022.
2022, 2021, 2020. It's all the same, yeah.
It's like, if you gatekeep when you should be sharing the joy, you're going to have a bad time. Exactly, Zug, exactly. You have an army that guards with you. Exactly, Nate. This is wholesome. This is why I cosplay. This is why I have this amazing community. I love these guys. So, we have a question from the chat, Mr. Titan 40k, and this question I was going to ask, but Mr. Titan has beaten me to it. Question, what Warhammer cosplay would you like to make?
Oh.
Yes! We actually spoke a little bit about this pre-stream, and genuinely, I'd love to know as well. So Mr. Titan beat me to that, but I wanted to ask that one. Zug just said, I'd vote for him. What could go wrong? I mean...
Very true. I mean, it can't get any worse.
Well,
okay,
I mean... the tangerine is gone, so that's better, you know.
Upgrade to orange and purple instead of tangerine.
I love that. But yeah.
But to answer your crowd's question, I have debated on a Warhammer cosplay for a long while. Pardon me. There's probably the Pepsi. I've been drinking
yes,
earlier.
the Pepsi. Absolutely.
The Pepsi.
It has to be the Pepsi. Good man.
Honestly, the cosplay I would love to do from Warhammer, in the Warhammer universe maybe, would definitely be a Salamander Space Marine. Just get like scales from top to bottom, like get like a big melee weapon, like a big ass hammer.
Oh yes, big hammers up.
Like
Yes.
get like a really ornate helmet, and like I'm talking like full size Space Marine, just so I'd have the tallness of it all.
I'd love that. I'm not gonna lie. I would totally stomp around with you at a con in my Iron Warrior as well. With you and your like that would be.
And also another idea I had, which was also relating to the Warhammer thing, would be just a general Space Marine, but painted as Buzz Lightyear, just to get a second set of Buzz Lightyear armor out.
Oh my god, a Space Marine Buzz Lightyear. Oh, I
have seen little figures painted for Buzz Lightyear in the Space Marine stuff. And I'm like, that is a really cool idea. I want to do that. But I'm also like, Salamanders is also very cool as well.
I bet you there's a picture out there of someone who has like drawn a Space Marine Buzz Lightyear.
There is. There's little miniatures. There's little bits of artwork as well. They all look phenomenal. And like,
Vulcan lives.
Like, I would love to do like a Space Marine, but I just haven't decided on like a final design for it yet.
Zug just said to heresy and beyond. Matt just said big hammer, big brazier, big cloak, big salamander energy. Noise.
See, I like what they're putting down. That's a great idea. I love a cloak as well.
Stomp. Yeah, Ranger of Krieg, stomp. Absolutely, we gotta do the stomp. Remember the 3 Fs. If they aren't funding you, feeding you, or fucking you, their opinion on your cosplay doesn't matter.
Yes!
Nate! Yes, my guy!
Love it.
Oh my god! Yes! Oh my god! That's so awesome. I'm gonna have to copy that. I'm gonna have to copy paste that and put that on like a sticker and just wear it. That's so awesome. Oh, I love that. So yeah, you would you would go Space Marine.
I would love to do a Space Marine.
That would be crazy.
Honestly. But again, I since the majority of my cosplays I usually commission, you have to try and find someone to make it, and I've had no luck so far. So if you know anyone who can make it, do let me know.
If I know anyone who makes a full-size Space Marine, there is one guy on 40k Cosplay, I think, who makes full-size Space Marines. I think he paints them for people too, but I'm not sure what he does in terms of like the internals, like the tube. I don't know. Does he do the tubes and stuff? Does he also do the platforms? I'm not sure. Again, I don't know 100%. But if you go to 40k Cosplay, I'll have to link you after the stream. I've forgotten his name, but I can find him. I'll find him and I'll link him to you so you can actually have a look at his stuff.
Yeah,
and,
no pressure.
Like it is awesome. It is awesome. Right. So moving on, Wario. how do you see yourself as a cosplayer?
Okay. Right.
Should we just have a sip of this, but while we think?
Yep. 2 seconds on.
There's been no hydrate, but like you know, I'm running this stream. I'm running this stream.
Exactly. Honestly, I'd say I'd come off as very intimidating, especially in big armor builds. But I try to be very chill and relaxed as a cosplayer. You know. So I'd say I'm very easy to get along with. I think.
Well, I mean, I've known you now for what, 3 years, 2-3 years.
And then another year, we'll pass the controversy line. Let's go.
I love that. Zug has just redeemed Hydrate!
Yeah.
Thank you, Zug. I love that. Casual Prop said, in the mirror, wah.
Wah.
Wah. I love that. But yeah, sorry. You're saying you see yourself as like you're quite intimidating, but obviously when you get to know you, though, you are genuinely the nicest guy.
Well, yeah, I try to be like. Admittedly, I come across as very, stern face, serious, but that's just because I'm in my own world. And half the time, like when we get to talking, I am very casual, very chill, and I try to not intimidate people, which does happen sometimes because people can, social anxiety and stuff with certain
Dude,
people.
trust me, I have made a poor woman at Cardiff Film and Comic Con burst into tears when I walked past in my Iron Warrior Space Marine. The doors opened and she was like next to the door, and as she walked around, I walked through, and she jumped, and apparently like her anxiety kicked in and she like started crying, but I didn't see it. Neither did my spotters. We walked by, we did the thing, went back upstairs. She came over, she explained everything to one of my spotters, and my spotter was like, "Oh my god!" And then my spotter was next to me. I was chatting to someone. They walked off. I turned around. I see her. She was like sort of still welling up a little bit, and I was like, "Is everything okay?" And she was like, "Yeah, yeah." The him, and saw my Iron Warrior stood there. And she was like, "Oh yeah, he walked past me earlier and scared me or whatever." And I was like, "I am so sorry." And they were like, "Why?" I was like, "I'm him." And then she started welling up even more. But then I like hugged her and we chatted and everything. It was really nice. And then I took my Space Marine helmet and I put it on her. And I've got a picture of her like happily
Aw.
wearing my helmet. And like I gained a friend that day, and it was really nice. And it was
Yeah.
because she had quite high anxiety, but it was so sweet. It was so sweet when she just came up and explained that like I had scared her, and I had no idea. If I had known, I would have stopped, taken my helmet off, and just been like, "I'm so sorry. Do you want a hug?" Like, I genuinely would have felt so bad. But
Yeah, it
you know,
happens.
if I'd seen it then, obviously don't get me wrong, I did feel bad, but like. I would
Yeah.
have felt worse if it had happened right there and then and I saw it. But she was just there, and I was just hugging her like it's okay. Like
Just imagine just like a big space marine, just like it's okay, it's okay.
I love that. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, the galactic elephant is here. Praise be unto him. There's someone in my chat who used to be Hot Rod Welder, is now Galactic Elephant Live, and every time Galactic Elephant appears in my chat, I tend to go, Galactic Elephant, praise be unto him. I don't know where this came from, but Galactic Elephant, praise be unto him. So, yeah, there you go, the emote like that, there you go, praise be unto him. Yeah, he's an absolutely lovely cosplayer and runs his own stream as well, which is absolutely fantastic. But yeah, and that happened, and don't get me wrong, it's not the first time it's happened, but mostly it happens when there are kids about. Kids normally cry. I feel bad then, but I've never had it happen when sort of adults are nearby, so it kind of got to me, and I was like, I'm so sorry, and I hugged her and I put my helmet on her, and we had a picture and stuff. It was kind of nice.
No, it's still sweet though,
Yeah, absolutely. I can't wait for you to be in Subject Delta with your lights on, just blinding people while you walk towards them.
Oh god, I'm gonna have to turn the lights off for it because the light inside the lens bit kind of makes it partially blind. So I'm like, I can only see 10% as I would like outside. So I'm gonna have to either have a spotter or have the lights off when I'm walking about.
You're
with
going to
something.
need a spotter. I'm going to say spotter would be best. You need yourself a Harry, which is what we call spotters here, because Harry is my spotter, the Ranger of Crete cosplay. He is my spotter. And we have now named all spotters now. Anyone who looks after cosplayers in their big costumes are Harrys. Get yourself a Harry. Yeah, you Nate the Chill Valhalla, get yourself a Harry. Absolutely. In terms of like people who are just starting off into cosplay, you've been doing it 4 years now, but people who are just starting off, since you've only been cosplaying 4 years and you remember quite freshly probably when you first started, what
Yeah.
would your advice be to people who are just now getting into cosplay and just starting it off? They're just taking their first steps into cosplay. What would your advice be to them for someone just starting off?
Okay, so cosplay does come across as a very big, scary thing, admittedly. Like, I've been there. But once you get over the first hurdle and you're wearing the first cosplay and you meet people there who are like-minded and are probably in the same position as you, then you'll realize that we're all just fans. We all just like to dress up and be nerds.
Absolutely.
So like, there's no reason to. Admittedly, you can feel very intimidated and overwhelmed at your first con, but there's nothing wrong with, taking breaks, buying a cosplay, and just wearing it. There's nothing wrong with it at all. And for the most part, try to go to your first con with a person that you do know, and take it as it comes. Because one day you can go solo, and it will be the time of your life.
I absolutely feel that. That's fantastic. That is probably the best advice. I was lucky with the first cosplay I went. I went to Cardiff Film and Comic Con in my first ever, my steampunk. You know, the dapper guy I told you about.
Yeah.
I went in a big group of people. A bunch of us went as steampunks together. So that was kind of nice to have that sort of the friends around me to be like, we've been here before. Help, come join us. Like we've been doing this. We've been doing this a while. So, Kenus Cosplay. Thank you so much for the hydrate. Kenus Cosplay. Thank you so much. McKay Cosplay. How you doing, my dude? Absolutely awesome. Kenus Cosplay, I'm hoping I'm saying that right. Kenus Cosplay is an absolute fantastic person that jumped into my chat one day and just threw a ton of bits at me and was like, bye.
Oh, nice.
It was amazing. It was like, threw some bits and was like, I gotta go now, bye. And I'm like, oh.
Take my money.
Here, take my money and go. Again with the 100 bits. Kenus Cosplay. Thank you so much. You don't have to. You really don't. But I am going to be greeting you every time I see you in my stream now because you are amazing. Thank you so much. I genuinely appreciate it. You have no idea. It means a lot. But yeah, that though, Wario. I genuinely appreciate like what you just said because I know a few people myself who have just started getting into the whole cosplay side of things. And yes, Dragonheart. Share the link. Yes, fantastic. There we go. Guys, click on that Instagram link and go share. Go follow. Go love. Go like. Thank you again, Kenus Cosplay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Genuinely, it means a lot. It genuinely does. Galactic Elephant. Praise be unto him. I did that because he put someone in chat with thumbs up. But yeah, with people I know myself who've just started off, and I've sort of not taken them under my wing, but I've sort of taken them with me to a convention and be like, this is how it goes, like this is how that kind of stuff, whatever. And you can do this and that, whatever. Help them sign up for the cosplay competition and stuff, and help them get that confidence to go on stage for the first time and do stuff and it's great. It's great. And as soon as I feel as soon as you like hit the stage and you see all those people, you do your pose or whatever, your music's playing, and then you come off, and then they announce the next person. When you come off and your heart's pounding a mile a minute. And it's just like, and then you get that adrenaline, like, oh my god, I did it! And then you're like, I can't wait for the next con because I want to do it again. It's fantastic, and I love that. Just to see the smile on their face when they just finally, kick off and like do their first con in their first cosplay. It's amazing. If I had to ask you then for your funniest cosplay story, and knowing you because I do know you, you have one or two. Up your sleeve, if I do say so myself.
I do actually.
Some funny cosplay stories. So go on, give us your funniest cosplay story.
Okay, so the first year I was officially cosplaying. I was dressed as Roadhog from Overwatch. As you know, there's like the kind of leathery bits, like tie-up pauldron, Roadhog tattoo. The whole works.
Casual Props, by the way, sorry to interrupt you. Casual Props just threw 200 bits at me and said, "You call those bits? Let me show you my bits." And threw 200 bits at me.
Just shut up and take my money.
Shut up and take my bits. Honestly, you guys are crazy. I love it. Sorry, my apologies. Carry on, Wario.
No, it's alright. It's right. So basically, the first year, basically I've upgraded him. Like I've put lenses in the mask, all this stuff, right? Like the things light up, and I've been outside, inside, fluctuating all day, right? And I didn't realize that it was a very hot day. So I'm outside, I'm getting toasted, like I got sunburnt at London. Like how the hell does that happen? Right?
How the hell does that happen? You get sunburnt in London. I love that.
Oh, it gets worse, right? And so I go over to our friend's apartment, which is like in Canning Town, which is a stone's throw away. We hang out there for a bit, and we're having a good time. Eventually, I decide I have to go back to the con and meet up with some people, and they're like, "Yeah, we'll walk all together." So we got two people dressed normally, Scorpion from Mortal Kombat and Roadhog from Overwatch, walking from the main street, going straight down to the con.
Oh my dude, my face hurts.
From Canning Town. And so we cut off 5 minutes from our journey, and we walk down this alleyway next to Waitrose, which is down where the Canning Town is. And this guy comes up to us and he's like, "Oh, whoa, where are you guys going?" And like, we're going back to the convention. He's like, "What? There's a convention?" And like, yeah. It's like, shit, can I get a photo with you two guys? And so like, yeah, that's right. So we put the face down, the mask up, we get the weapons out, and like he gets his Snapchat out, right? It's like, holy shit, I'm getting fucking mugged by these two guys.
Oh
And so
no!
like, and so basically, right, like it's just like Scorpion from Mortal Kombat's got like a knife to his throat, and I've got like a hook around his belly, and we do like this whole thing of like we're actually mugging him, right? It's all funny.
Oh my
And
god.
so and so like after he records us, he thanks us, offers us some drugs for the party we're going to.
My dude.
At which point we realized he was a fucking drug dealer, and we wound up on his Snapchat story.
Okay,
And
do you
so-
know what? I think
Yeah.
officially that is probably one of the funniest and most out there stories I've had on the Iron Warrior Cosplay Q&A. That is mental.
It's funny, but I've got a couple of other stories, but it doesn't always have to do with Roadhog.
Dude,
If
honestly.
you want me to hear it.
McKay Cosplay says, by the way, my Roadhog mask kept steaming up. McKay Cosplay also does a Roadhog cosplay as well. He was on my stream just the other day, actually. But that
Big
is
up, Roadhogs.
insane. Wow,
Yeah.
that is insane. Holy crap.
uh,
Also, Hail Hydrate from the wonderful Matt.
L Hydrate.
Oh my god, Warrior's gonna have muscles like that in his one arm from lifting that bottle all night. Wah. You'd be like, whoa. Yeah. So, if you do you have more funny stories? Because please do.
Oh,
like,
I
I don't want
do.
just the one. I want you to go for it.
Oh, I do. Basically, first time at Warbuzz, I was hanging out with my friend Amber, who you know as Kitsu Creations.
Kitsu
And
Creation.
this was the first con that I met you, actually.
Way.
Yeah, right. So you're in the story as well.
Way. Oh god, no.
So
god,
we're
no.
we're inside the thing. We're looking. Basically, our mission every con is to look for this super soft Ditto plushie, which we found one year but could never find again. So we make it a tradition every year to go to London and try and find it. And so, out of the whole of the inside of the Excel, right, this wasp flies into my dome, onto like the outside skirt bit of it, and it's just hanging out right there. And I can't reach it. Amber is afraid to hit it, and so she's like looking for people to volunteer to give her sword to try and bash the wasp off it. Because I'm like, Amber, if it gets to my dome, it will land on my face. It will hurt, but I won't die immediately.
That'd be
But it's like, I don't want a wasp in my dome, because the dome of Buzz closes.
Oh,
And I
dude,
tried like
that's
jumping
not
up and
cool.
down as Buzz to try and shake the dome bit, which it does, but the wasp is holding on fucking strong.
Oh, dude.
And we get this poor random nerd, right? She gives him his this katana, right? And she's like, "Could you get rid of the wasp on it, and we'll like sort out the rest." And so this poor bloke, right, gets like the sword, basically kind of like a katana, right, and just starts whacking the dome bit of Buzz,
No!
whacking it, right. And this wasp was not letting go for dear life. I'm like, just get off, because I can't reach it. And eventually, it did get rid of the wasp. But at which point, I had more battle damage for Buzz.
Oh, dude. How much damage did you get on the dome?
The original dome which I had on it did crack,
Oh, damn.
but the new dome which I had on the thing was scratched, but it was fine, admittedly.
Oh, okay. Also, Zug with the 300 bits. Bits fight? No,
Nice.
don't start a bits fight. Please don't start a bits fight.
Do it.
Please don't
For
start a bits
your
fight.
money.
I also like that. Heroes of Geek just said blind most of the time in my cosplays. Oof, that's never good. That's never good.
Yeah, I get that.
Like, I'm not going. My first helmet, the first helmet I had for the Iron Warrior, was practically like, it was. I couldn't see. Now though, with this helmet, much better. I can see everything in that helmet now. It's much nicer. I can see things below me. I can step over things. Not everything, but I can see a billion times better than I could in my in my old helmet. I do have a question here, and I'm hoping I know what the answer is, but we'll see. But what is the most expensive prop, singular prop, not the cosplay, so not like Subject Delta's head, but like, for example, your Gatling gun, the drill, any weapons gun, that kind of stuff. What's the most expensive singular prop you've ever had.
Singular prop.
And for
Oh,
God's sake, please don't
God.
say it's my drill. I would feel so bad. I would feel so bad.
I'm actually thinking on it a lot,
Have you
but
got it in your book? Your holy book of
um,
orders?
I do actually. Let me just have a little looky look.
And obviously, we will totally segue onto the Gatling gun because I want to know everything about that.
Well, funny you should mention the Gatling gun. It is also the most expensive.
Wait, that's the one I guessed. I was
Way.
like, I swear to you, I was hoping it wasn't my drill. I was like, I really hope it's not. That Gatling gun. Let's see it. Can you pick it up as Wario? Is it something that you can bring over?
Absolutely. Let
Oh
me
my
just
God.
move my
This
thing
is
out. Hold on.
awesome. Here we go. The Gatling gun. Oh, Kenu's cosplay. 3 years ago, I was at a con in Austria with my Predator cosplay, full armor with my zoom off on the spread. That Gatling gun is mental.
As we can see, this is the Fallout 4 minigun, which also fucking spins.
Oh my God. What cosplay is that for? I keep forgetting which cosplay that's for.
Alright, originally it was for the T-51 power armor, which was part of another guy's cosplay,
Oh
but he
yeah,
was selling
yeah.
it because, hard times. So his loss is my gain.
Fair. Also, I just read Kenu's Kenu's cosplay just said about him being at a con and a father said that's a nice Predator statue and he replied thanks because he was stood there. And oh my God, that has happened to me in my Iron Warrior. Someone didn't realize that it was a Space Marine. The fact that the Gatling gun spins blows my mind. What is the motor inside it that spins it? By the way.
Honestly, I could not tell you because, like, when I bought it, I was like, it actually spins, it works, it looks nice. I want it.
I like that. I like that. Do you
So
want to
if
do you want to give it another spin for everyone in chat? Give it another spin for everyone in chat.
Yep,
Spin
2
it,
6.
spin it, spin it. Hell yeah! Look at that. You
But
could
yeah,
you could repaint that probably, and you could do a heavy from Team Fortress.
oh yeah, I was tempted to do heavy from Team Fortress, but
Heavy from Team Fortress would be insane.
but
Is
you
it
like my little?
is it actually like a prop weapon, or is it a 3D printed thing, or is it
It is absolutely 100% 3D printed.
That's madness because it looks
I know.
amazing. Sasha, who touched my gun? I love that. I love that.
It actually, like, it is absolutely amazing.
It
But
looks stunning. It looks
it is
absolutely stunning.
it is absolutely hard. So basically, if you took a hammer to this, it would still fucking function.
That's madness, my dude.
Like,
That
I
is
couldn't tell you how the hell he printed it, but it is an absolute work of art.
How heavy is it?
Uh,
That grunt.
Basically, when I was Buzz Lightyear for the year I took this to con, it was alright for the first couple of hours, but by the end of it, I was struggling to carry it. I was just like, guys, please help me. I can't carry this.
Zug just asked, "Is that a smiley face on the barrel?"
It is.
It is a smiley face. Look at
See, look.
that. Look at it.
He smiles.
That's terrifying. Why is there a smiley face on the front of it?
Basically, I felt it wasn't a Toy Story enough, so I figured if I add a smiley face, it will look more like Buzz would be able to wield it for Toy Story.
You've just made it look 10 times more terrifying, if anything. The fact that the smiley face has blood splatter on it is terrifying.
Yeah, admittedly, I did buy this because I wanted to do a Red vs. Blue Insurrection cosplay, which I did actually do.
Dude, yes.
Which I did do the cosplay, but the minigun I had at the time broke the first 5 minutes.
Man.
So this was going to be the intended replacement. But, the armor is not with us anymore due to a couple of plumbing issues, sadly.
Oh, dude, I do apologize.
Oh, no, it's alright. I can always,
You said near you as well. Do you happen to be able to reach the bolt pistol as well that I made you, or is that bolt pistol like somewhere else?
Oh no, I can get you the bolt pistol.
Because I haven't seen that bolt pistol in a long time. Like I don't remember what it looks like. If I do remember myself, I don't remember what it looks like. I think if I'm right in saying as well, that the bolt pistol you have there is an Iron Warriors one. Yeah, it is!
Of
Iron
course it is.
Warriors.
Come on, guys.
People in chat, by the way, are really happy. Red versus blue. People love that.
Yeah, of course. Honestly, I love Red versus Blue. I would have done another one, but the season could kind of jump the shark recently. And
Yeah, no, I get you, I get you, absolutely.
is there it is.
Iron Warriors, Iron within. Iron
I'm
within.
within.
Let's get some shovels in chat. Iron within, iron without. I absolutely love that. If I had to ask you then, in terms of when you cosplay, regardless of if it's been made or by someone or if you've made it, obviously, but how important is like accuracy to you, or do you just sort of like? I mean, I know we've just said like you took that Gatling gun with Buzz Lightyear, so it's more part of. Do you care whether you just add something random to
Honestly,
like a cosplay specifically?
I do like that. I do try to get as accurate as possible with certain cosplays and props, but I don't mind having a bit of creative freedom with it as well.
Good. I like that.
You know, like you can always have like little bits and pieces because my Buzz Lightyear is not fully accurate, as some people would say, because it's more battle worn essentially.
Thank you, Kenneth Cosplay. Thank you so much for coming. Have a good night. Thank you so much for the 100 bits, Kenneth Cosplay. Have a wonderful night. Enjoy your night. Thank you so much. Oh, Hail Hydrate. Hail Hydrate. I missed the Hydrate.
Hail Hydrate.
Hail Hydrate. Thank you so much, Kenneth Cosplay. You're an absolutely fantastic person. Genuinely, it means a lot. It means a lot. Thank you so much. So, my apologies. Carry on.
No, that's all right. But yeah, I do like I say, the Buzz Lightyear is more battle damaged or war torn essentially. So as much as I like to be accurate, I do enjoy the personal creative freedoms, and I can go crazy with certain props as you saw. So I don't really have to worry about being entirely accurate, so long as I'm having fun with it, you know.
I got you. There's some confusion in chat about who's leaving and who isn't. And I'm also confused, so I'm just going to leave it. In terms of look at that little bolt pistol behind you, that's so cool. In terms of group cosplays and stuff, I know you do. I know you do the Gears of War group cosplay with some friends of yours. Do you prefer to cosplay solo, or are you more of a group cosplayer, or do you just prefer to cosplay as whatever you're specifically cosplaying as, but just in a large group of cosplayers who are all cosplaying different things together?
Oops, sorry, my nose is itchy because of my mustache.
Your mustache.
Honestly, I love doing group cosplays with people, but admittedly, in the past when I've did do group cosplays, it has fallen apart at the seams quite quickly.
I got you. It is difficult.
So
it can be difficult.
when I did the Gears cosplay, it was very refreshing because that's what it was like. You know, we're all doing different characters of the same franchise, and it felt amazing, honestly. So I love group cosplays when they're done right and organized. But if I go to a meet for specific franchises and I meet other cosplayers there, I'm happy to like take part in it as well. You know.
I like that. So you'd be happy to just like have some random fun and have some random banter and stuff like that.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
I like that. So in terms of if you were to do, let's say, a Warhammer cosplay, would you come to Warhammer Fest to cosplay with all of us as Space Marines? Because Warhammer Fest, I'm sure you've seen the pictures from my cosplay page and the video. Yeah. The video which has now hit over 1 million views from Warhammer Fest by Dave Sinclair. Thank you so much for the legend that he is for filming that. Yeah, you could come to Warhammer Fest with us. That would be fantastic.
I mean, if I had a way to transport these cosplay, which I had in mind for Warhammer Fest, I would absolutely love to go.
Warhammer Fest is insane. It is so much fun. Let's hope you manage to do your Space Marine cosplay at some point or get it commissioned. That would be fantastic.
Oh, absolutely.
That would genuinely be amazing. Where exactly would you say is... sorry, not so much where. What would you say is your favourite memory of all of any event you've been to? Not it doesn't have to be funny or anything, but like, what's your favorite memory of being at an event? Like, what has happened to you at an event sometime where you've just been like, that's like a core memory now. That's something I remember vividly because it was like something amazing that happened. It doesn't have to be anything like meeting a celebrity or anything, but you know, that specifically special and awesome memory that you have in your mind.
I'd have to say another one at Comic Con London, if I'm honest, because that's where most of my con experience is.
Yeah, fair.
Basically, I'm just strolling around as Buzz again, having the time of my life. And these guys come up to me, these guys in like secondary school, and they asked me if I could do the bit of Mrs. Nesbit. I'm like, yeah, okay, hold my gun. I'll take my arm out, put it inside my torso, and I luckily had the apron in one of my pouches as well, so I just like, give me a sec, just
pop the old apron on.
And then like they recorded me doing the whole monologue of the Darjeeling Tea Party, and it's like, years at the Academy wasted. And like I've searched YouTube, I searched Facebook for the video, but I could never bloody find it. So,
dude.
Like, if I do bring Buzz back again, which I probably will,
I hope you do.
And someone asked me to do that monologue, I will happily do it.
You're gonna have to give them your phone to do it on your phone, so that you have a copy of it and you can post it.
Yeah, admittedly, yeah.
Absolutely. Or if you find me, I could get probably Harry or one of my spotters to film you doing it, and that.
Let's go.
That would be fantastic. Because honestly, you'd be surprised how many times I've come up to somebody and be like, oh my god, hey, and then they look at me and be like, hey, can I ask you to film something for me? And I'm like, I can't, but my spotter can, because I'm in literally my space marine. I couldn't imagine me holding a phone trying to film something.
Just like tiny teacup.
Like the tiny teacup. I'd be honest to God, it's so funny. In fact, something I wanted to ask you was, out of this, I'll do it as a two-part question. What is the singular most comfortable cosplay you've ever worn out of all the cosplays that you have? What's the comfiest?
The comfiest. Oh man. I'd have to say it's the one I'm wearing right now. If I'm honest, it's so comfortable. Even though
Wario.
It's like one of the more comfy cosplays, but if we're talking about more of the armor stuff I do, I'd have to say the Dominic Santiago gears that I've got, because it's like a torso, a leather-made torso underneath the armor, and it feels really comfortable and homemade. It's hard to explain, but it just feels really comfortable to wear. And I could probably wear it for days on end.
I get you. It's just that thing that sort of it fits to you. It hugs your body. It's there, but it doesn't get in the way.
Yeah.
It's like wearing a second skin.
Yeah, second skin, exactly.
I like that. The legendary diabolical props is here. Iron Within, my dude. Iron Within. Welcome. Same question to you then, but reverse it. What is the comfiest? Sorry, what's the most uncomfortable? Sorry, I said comfiest. What is the most uncomfortable cosplay that you've got?
Oh. Uncomfiest. I would have to say Roadhog, if I'm honest.
Is Roadhog uncomfortable, is it?
It's not uncomfortable per se, but it's just that the way I've built it, essentially, with all the bits and pieces, when I first wore it, it fell apart, so I had to do, pardon me, that's from my Pepsi. Basically, when I was doing on-the-day repairs of it, I had to do, lots of compromises essentially to try and keep it from not showing everything, which didn't work. And it turned, which also leads to another funny story, right? Because as Roadhog and it was falling apart, one of the newspaper outlets took a picture of it, of this sunburnt Roadhog that wasn't very good, where it was falling apart. And you just see one of my nipples hanging out for all the public to see in the newspaper. I'm like, luckily they didn't get my social media. I took a screenshot of it as well, but just for my own viewing pleasure. I'll probably show it to you at some point.
What, your nipple or the picture?
My nipple is hanging out in the picture. I'm just flashing the camera where it's like the hook and chain. It's just not very good.
That's
and hilarious. With all the adjustments I made over time, I've had to do staples for the day, and sometimes it like pokes the nipple and it's not great, and then like some hardened Gorilla Glue in some places made it
Oh,
very stiff, and then there was the
oh,
sunburnt stuff, which also happened repeatedly.
my guy.
But I mean, I'd say Roadhog is the most uncomfortable, but it's not a very high bar if I'm honest.
Yeah, that's so funny though. It's just like a nipple, just a
Yeah, it's just
nipple
a
hanging out.
nipple hanging out,
Oh my
like
god.
trying to be intimidating, but it's just like, boop.
I like that. I like that. Has cosplay for you then, in as a whole, from like the whole time you've been doing it and stuff, has cosplay been something that's helped you like overcome things like anxiety, or like has it helped you in terms of like your socializing and stuff like that?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, without cosplay, I wouldn't have met the people who I've met today. It's definitely helped me get over accepting like my social anxiety as a person, and I've gotten some like body issues which I'm still not 100% like okay with, but we're getting there with cosplay, and it's all progress really. Like it's all cosplay is just helping me.
I like that because I've seen that a lot with I am Bermuda Rhombus. I am Bermuda Rhombus. Hail hydrate with the
Oh,
hydrate.
hydrate.
I am Bermuda. I think it's Bermuda Rhombus. Yeah, I am Bermuda Rhombus. I can't believe I actually read that. It's mad. I like that. And do you know what? That's a question I've only just added now. I was thinking to myself, do you know what? You've been so open about stuff. I thought I'd ask you that, and I've just written it down now. While you were answering, I was listening to you say, has it helped you overcome your anxiety and stuff? And I really like that. So what I've done is I've written that down. That is now question 28 on my list of questions. So I really appreciate that. And thank you for answering
Yeah.
honestly. Do you know, since we're on that kind of, the sort of the deeper side of stuff, the sort of more honest answering, in terms of like, not honest answering, you've been answering honestly the whole time. But I mean, like, the more emotional side of things, the more, the heavier side of things, if you will. What is cosplay to you?
Ooh, very deep question.
As Ryan. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I've got this written in jet black. Everything else is in pencil. This is in Sharpie. And I either don't ask it, sometimes I do ask it, but I occasionally like to ask it, and I definitely like to ask it to you, but what is cosplay to you? I've had so many quite real answers, like really genuinely deep answers from this. You don't have to, I don't want you to feel like you have to sort of answer it in a deep
You're right. You're fine.
in a deep sort of methodical kind of way, but like, what is cosplay to you?
Like in a way, it's just a way for me to express myself and socialize more with people who like understand who I am as a person.
As a person, I love that. I love that. I love that. Hey! Hail hydrate! Hail hydrate!
Hello, hydrate.
That was one of my own. That was one of my own. I can use my own points. Look, don't judge me.
Don't at me.
There you go. I'm using my own.
Um,
using my own points.
But yeah, cosplay is a way just for me to socialize and meet similar people who kind of understand who I am as a person. And if it weren't for cosplay, I wouldn't be in the position where I am today, where it's like I can like come on here and talk about like issues, or I can meet. I can see people in the same sort of predicament when I started out, and be the person I wished I could be when I needed it, essentially. Which I've tried to do, but with varying degrees of success, admittedly. But I like to think I've been trying to help out as much as I can with people, especially within the cosplay community, because I've seen people struggling and stuff, and do the run and things, and like with the whole cosplay aspect of it, like I can help as Crappy Pun Master, and I don't have to help as Ryan, because
I got you.
Ryan is just a person, while Crappy Pun Master is an idea that can essentially help more people than I could ever possibly help as a singular person.
But you're still awesome as Ryan. Know that you are still awesome as Ryan.
I mean, I already know. I mean, like
Good
I'm just
man.
as You know, like
I think
I try
everyone in
to.
chat will agree with me there when I say you are awesome as Ryan. You don't have to be, crappy pun master cosplays to be, like that. I try to think of myself as the same thing. Like I'm Iron Warrior cosplay, but I try to think of myself as like I'm not just Iron Warrior cosplay. I'm Doverick. I'm the guy behind Iron Warrior cosplay.
Yeah.
But I do try to obviously, as I always do, I try to push Iron Warrior cosplay to the forefront. Sort of. I'm
Yeah.
Iron Warrior cosplay. But then when people get to know me, I don't like pretend I don't know them or pretend like I'm not going. I'm not
Yeah,
very.
begone, peasants. I
No,
am not
God, no, nothing like that. But
doing.
it's more like I don't want people to think that they can't get to know me as me and not as Iron Warrior cosplay.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah.
And I think you're the same, and I like that. And I'm glad we actually met properly when I saw you as Buzz Lightyear at the entrance. It was at the entrance to MCM,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I remember that. That's one of the really good memory that I have of MCM when I was there because like meeting you there was just so much fun.
Yeah.
Oh man, it was great. And I'm swear next time I'm at MCM, I think I'm going to try and make more of an effort to come to the Fox at night and just hang out with you out of cosplay.
I would say try go to the Fox, but there's also a pub that we all go to, which is a stone's throw away over the bridge, which is where the hotel is connected to, called Custom House. A lot
Okay.
quieter. A lot quieter. Cosplay is also available. I'm not sure if you'd be able to wear I'm Warrior
Yeah,
cosplay there.
I don't tend to wear Iron Warrior to pubs.
Um,
Clubs, yeah, fair enough, maybe,
yeah.
depending on what the
But I
bouncers
mean,
are like.
like,
But
if you want to go for the party, absolutely the Fox is the way to go. But Custom House is where we all go to, like, chill, get some food, and just, like, have a vibe session, really, after the convention.
And I like that as well. Galactic Elephant, praise be unto him. Personas help us become more of who we want ourselves to be. That's
Exactly,
really,
yeah.
that is, yeah, genuinely, like, Galactic Elephant, praise be unto him. Legendary, awesome answer. Actually, awesome. One last question for you, Ryan, the Crappy Pun Master Cosplays. One last question for you. Where can we find you online, my dude?
Oh, you can find me on Facebook as Crappy Pun Master Cosplays, and on Instagram as Crappy Pun Master.
And those links will be thrown up in chat by my moderators. Thank you so much. Genuinely, how have you enjoyed? Have you enjoyed the Iron Warrior cosplay Q&A? You can
Well, what?
you can un-Wario if you like now.
Nah, it's who I am now.
It's who I am now.
It's just who I am now.
It is who I am now.
It's just who I am now.
I love that.
Honestly,
I love that.
before the stream and before any time I do kind of like stuff like this, I'm always shitting bricks. But like even before when I go to a con, I'm always shitting bricks before.
Yeah, yeah.
But as soon as we do it, I'm always feeling better for it because I've pushed myself out there. I'm doing this.
Dude, I'm glad.
Yeah.
I like that. That's what I want. And as I said, like as soon as we start, we'll get into it. You'll be fine.
Yeah, exactly.
And you've been fine, and this has been fantastic. And I genuinely want to say a massive thank you, a genuinely huge thank you for actually being like like genuinely down to earth and happy enough that you'd want to come onto the Iron Man Cosplay Q&A. To do a stream with me, and I really, really appreciate it. Obviously, if you do anything in the future that involves needing someone to, jump onto a live video or something with you, and you need someone in, let me know. I am here. I'm always around the corner. I'm always just a message away.
Of course, yeah.
We let's have a look here now. Then we have a few people live. What I like to do after my streams is I like to take my viewers. We are currently at 19 viewers. I like to take everyone to a raid. And we go and raid a channel. Is there anyone on Twitch you yourself would like us to raid? Is there anyone you know? If not, don't panic.
I'm not sure if he's online on Twitch right now, but balls.
If you can't remember, that's not a problem. Also, if someone in chat as well, if someone in chat has an idea of someone they'd like to raid, there is there's an iron coin. Channel points you can use to actually guide the raid for 2,000 points. For 2,000 iron coin, the 2,000 of these bad boys, 2,000 of the iron coin, you can guide the raid. But thank you for Crappy Pun Master Iron Cosplay for a very fun stream. Also a bit of a deep stream. Cheers. Honestly, it's kind of nice when you get to that thing. I like my streams to be fun and enjoyable, but I also like to talk about the real stuff as well, which is pretty awesome. So if there's anyone you'd like, you're more than welcome to grab your phone, go on to Twitch if there's anyone like that. We have a redeemed Guide the Raid 2500. Sorry, not 2000. Mr. Titan 40k. Lucian v Ghost. Let's have a look. Let's see. Lucian _ v Ghost is currently live. They are live with 7 viewers. Fantastic. Right, let's get a raid going then, shall we? Let's get a raid going. So, genuinely, I want to thank everyone who has come to the Iron Warrior Cosplay Q&A. There are 22 viewers currently. This is absolutely fantastic. If everyone would be nice enough to stay, and we can go and raid together. We can go raid. Anyone who is a subscriber, please use your iron shovels when we enter the chat. If you are not a subscriber, Iron Within would be absolutely fantastic. Just spam Iron Within in all caps. That'd be fantastic. From myself, Iron Warrior Cosplay, and the wonderful Ryan of Crappy Pun Master Cosplays, thank you so much for coming, and we shall see you on the next stream. Thank you, everyone, and bye for now.